Sir,
One.
sir, you're charged with criminal trespass. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you, sir. If you cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to you. Please.
On April 4th, 2025, in Boise County, Texas, a law enforcement officer was dispatched to a suspicious person call and made contact with the law enforcement officer who stated that he observed the defendant going through a parking garage at Hobby Airport looking into parked cars. The law enforcement officer recognized the defendant as someone who had been trespassed from the airport previously. The defendant did not have a ticket for a flight out of the airport. The prior trespass at the airport was on November 17th, 2024, and was charged in Court 12, Your Honor.
Dismissed.
Okay, Mr. Bloomer, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. Just don't go back to this place, man. It's not hard. You
Yeah, I
know,
go there and I catch my trips and I buy my food, but those people are so crazy. They keep
they
harassing.
don't want you there, man. Every time you go there, you're going to get arrested.
Don't do nothing. Why am I not able to go there?
They don't want you to go there.
That's where I catch my flights.
They still have the right to say, we don't want you there. So don't go there. If you have a flight, that's a different story. But if you don't have an actual flight, just don't go.
I'm freely able to come there. Why would somebody tell me I'm not able to come to a public business that I've always been able to come to since a long time ago?
Because if you don't have business there, you can still.
Business there. I'm not there just going there. I always have business there. I either catch the business, I go to the food court, or I catch a flight.
Mr. Bloomer, I'm asking you not to go back. There are plenty of other places that you can go to get food, water, clothes, whatever you need.
Okay, and I'm
Don't.
fine with that, but I'm asking, why am I saying that I can't go there?
Because they've trespassed you there before.
It was
And-
dismissed. There was no fault.
Listen to me for just 2 seconds. They've trespassed you before, so you know that they don't want you there, number one. Number two, they're saying that you're allegedly looking into cars to potentially breaking into them.
No, sir.
I get it. That's why you're not charged with it.
I ain't steal out here. I'm the only guy that spends money some days out here. I've spent more than $1 million in Houston, Texas. I have no reason to steal from anyone. But if you want to check anything you want, I don't steal anything. All my clothes are brand new. Everything I buy is brand new. I have no reason to steal. I catch flights, everything. I've never stolen anything out here in my life. Now, those people, they keep harassing me. That's what I'm telling you. I catch my flights there. I already have a case dismissed there. They will not leave me alone. If I come there and I catch my flight and I sit down, wait for my flight, they'll even walk up to me, watching me on the camera, like, hey, what are you doing here? I'm like, yeah, I'm just catching my flight. And they're like, okay, cool, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Or then they'll just walk up to me and they'll be like, hey, what are you doing here? I just came from the food court. I'm getting ready to catch my flight. Well, you got to catch your flight right now. If you don't pay for it right now, then you have to leave now. I'm like, why are you going to force me to hurry up and pay? I'm going to pay it right now. I just went and bought my food at the food court. I'm never doing anything there. I'm not a troublemaker here, and I don't need anyone making me seem like a troublemaker. I'm a college student, and I started college at 16, sir.
Please don't go back. All this case is over.
Yes, sir.
That's all I'm asking you to do.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
After the case is done, if you have a flight, then by all means. But I'm going to tell you now,
So,
every time you go back, the same thing is probably going to happen.
yes, sir.
So I'm saying either go to the other airport. There's 2 other ones that you can go to, or find another way.
Thank you so much.
Every time you go there, the same thing is going to happen.
Yes, sir.
So why let it happen?
Yes, sir. I just didn't know. The only reason why I went back the second time is because the first time.
No. I don't want you to say something that hurts your case. Don't.
Yes, sir.
I will give you a lawyer now. You can talk to the lawyer and we can figure out where to go from here.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to have bond conditions created just for you to sign, promising us you're not going to go back. And after that, I'll let you talk to the lawyer and then you guys figure out how we go from here. It's just don't go back. You know, there's so many other places in the world that you can go to. If you go back, this is going to continue to happen.
Yes,
I
sir.
know you have better stuff to do than to come here.
Yes, sir.
You know, I do too. They force me to come. All right, ready?
Sure.
That way.
Thank
All right. You are Mr. Coombs.
Yes.
Mr. Coombs, you're charged with driving while intoxicated, second offense. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
On April 5th, 2025, Harris
5
County,
de abril de
Texas,
2025,
the law enforcement officer saw a truck fail to
vio
signal
un
at
camión
left
que no
turn
dio su
and drive on
señal
the
a
wrong
voltear a
side
la
of the road.
izquierda y manejó
Law
en el lado
enforcement officer
equivocado
initiated
de
a
la
traffic
carretera.
stop and made
Hicieron
contact
un
with the
alto,
defendant.
hicieron contacto
Law
con el
enforcement
acusado.
officer observed signs of
Observó
intoxication and called for a
señales de
second law enforcement
ebriedad
officer to the defense vehicle
afectada.
revealed
Tiene
a
un-
phone
I'm
call.
sorry, can you repeat that?
The law enforcement officer
El
placed
oficial
the
de
defendant
policía
in
puso al
custody.
acusado bajo
And a search of
custodia
the defendant's
y de un
vehicle
registro
revealed
del
a phone
vehículo,
cuff and alcoholic
una
beverages.
bebida alcohólica.
Standardized field sobriety
Hicieron las
tests
pruebas de campo
were conducted,
y
and the law enforcement
el
officer
oficial de
observed six
policía
out of six
observó 6 y
clues on the
11
HGM
pistas
test,
del
4 out of 8
HDL,
on the
4 de un
walk
golpe de
and
caminar y
three or four
voltear
on
y
one
2
leg
de un
stand.
cuarto para una
The
pierna.
defendant refused to provide a
El
specimen,
acusado
and blood
rehusó
warrant was
dar unas
obtained and
pruebas y
executed.
hicieron
Since 2017, DWI, assault,
agresión.
late last year evading arrest in a motor vehicle, and now another DWI.
Otro. Jarebe.
If you are not in this country with permission and you go to jail, what happens?
¿Qué sucede?
Mr. Coombs.
They will deport me.
Right. I don't know what I need to do to
Okay.
keep my streets safe. But if I find that you, one iota,
Un chiste.
do anything to break these bond conditions, I'm going to make your bond so high you will have hair falling out. Do you understand?
¿Lo entiende?
I would
Understand.
figure that it's elementary that you're not tapping alcohol in the car while you drive.
El alcohol.
I am now taking away your privilege to drive, and you will be signing an affidavit with me today promising me you're not going to drive. If I find that you do, I will blow a gasket. I can have a contempt hearing, and every time you drive,
Cada vez.
you can be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine.
6 meses.
Do you understand?
Entiende. I understand.
Not to
Se le
consume
ordena que no consuma
illegal drugs.
o drogas.
On one ankle, I'm going to put a scram monitor so I know that you're not consuming alcohol.
Asegurarme que usted no-
On your other ankle, you will get a GPS monitor, and I'm giving you a curfew because I do not want you out in the middle of the night. And if I find that, like I
En medio de
said,
la calle.
Any-
En medio de la noche, perdón.
of these conditions are broken,
Pero cualquiera de
into
estas
jail you will go
a la
with a
cárcel.
bond that will hit the nubes. I am sending notice to DPS now that I am placing a restriction on you that you are not allowed to drive any vehicle that doesn't have an ignition interlock on it. Every single officer in this state
En
will
este
know
estado sabrá
that if you get pulled over and you don't have an interlock, into jail you will go. Because the document we're sending now to DPS notifies every officer that you're not allowed to drive without an ignition interlock in the car.
en su carro.
Do you
¿Lo
understand?
entiende? I understand.
The worst possible thing you can do in the short life that we have, Mr. Coombs, is get into a car and drive.
Irse en un carro y manejar.
Judge, what was the curfew?
9 to 6.
9, 6.
You're ordered not to consume alcohol,
Tiene que no
illegal drugs, unprescribed controlled medication.
medicamentos no
You will be
recetados.
randomly tested. If you test positive for drugs, alcohol, your bond will be revoked. You will go into custody.
Revocará tu-
Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance, but it is your responsibility to stay in touch with Mr. Newling. If he tells me that he cannot get a hold of you, if you pick up a new case, if you become a danger to my city, you know what happens.
sabe lo que va a suceder.
Do you understand?
¿Te lo entiende? I understand.